What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ. I want to welcome y'all back to another episode of K9 Talk Podcast.
What's happening? It's your boy Sid.
This your boy JT.
Hey, man, if y'all don't already know, man, K9 Talk Podcast is where me and a group of buddies, man, we get together and we talk about dogs. We're dog owners, dog breeders, man. We talk anything dogs, man. Not necessarily what's going on in their yard, but something that we see going on in the world. We just keep it real with y'all and tell y'all what's going on, man. Today, it's been a while since we done came together, man, with my brothers right here, being able to talk about what we got going on. So we're going to share with y'all today some of the things that not necessarily going on outside the world, but we're dealing with personally in our own dog camps, you know, with our breeders, you know what I mean? Because, I'm sitting on about, damn near 20 dogs right now. How many you got at the house?
8.
How many you got?
2.
2. Okay.
2.
Okay. So we listen, we hitting everybody. No matter what type of dog owner or breeder you is, we got something that's going to be ever connect with you. So with that being said, man, you just go ahead and kind of follow up because it's been a while, man. What's been going on with you, man, JT?
Well, lately I've been looking to downsize my program because I have some plans in the future where I want to kind of bring in some new dogs. So I'm trying to cut back on some of my dogs. And in the last 2 weeks, I don't pet home 2 of my first dogs. Those have been watching my channel, JT Frenchies. I just pet home Sugar and I pet home Zoe. Them 2 of my first Frenchies. And a lot of people ask me, why would you do that? Or why would you get rid of, your 2 dogs? And I thought you loved them, this and this and that.
Yeah, because like that's your foundation. That's what you started with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but but at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for the dogs. Because, by me having so many dogs and stuff like that, I'm spending time with more of the new dogs that's coming in versus the old.
Right.
Now the old dogs kind of just sitting around. So after talking, with my partners and everything, we decided just to say, you know what, it's time to let these dogs be happy. So what I did was I found, and also y'all, what I do is I might pay for a dog, let's say $5,000, $6,000. But when I'm trying to find a good home and find somewhere for them to go to, I usually pay home them about $500 just to ensure they're going to a good home. I'm not going to give it away free because people don't take care of shit when it's free. But when you're paying for it, usually people kind of try to take care of them up there. But other than that, man, it's like they went to, Sugar, she went to a group of people that's in the church. And, and Zoe went to somebody that's at Myrtle Beach. He loved the beach life. So both of my dogs found some good homes, man. And so that's all I can ask for on that matter.
How old was Zoe?
Zoe was 5.
Okay, you had Zoe for a while.
Zoe Sugar like 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
6 or 7.
Absolutely, yeah.
But they still, man, they both was in perfect health. They both had, they both energetic dogs, and they went to some good homes. So, I'm happy for them. And so sometimes as breeders, sometimes we can get lost in the sauce because we got to remember this, when you're in the dog game, it's a business. You have dogs, you love your dogs, but it's a business, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can get caught up in that. But, as a breeder and, me have to be responsible, I have to be on my shit. You have to rotate these dogs out, And, some people don't like to hear that. But at the end of the day, the flip side of the coin, somebody might get a dog from me that's 3 years old, and I don't pay like $6,000 for it, and they get one for $500. Mm-hmm. And the dog potty trained, crate trained, house trained. So you're getting a totally good dog for $500. Yeah. So, it in the situation like that, it works out for everybody,
Right.
Also, too, I got an upcoming female named Ruby. She look real good. She's 7 months old, short, compact. She carried the fluffy. She carried her DNA is loaded. So, man, I'm looking to kind of step my program up this year because she have the L gene, which they carry the fluffy, which I would produce fluffies off my line, off my bloodline this year. And that's what I want because I want my fluffies to be short. I want to have the look of Jack, Cash, and the rest of my dogs.
Now Ruby is the singlet, right?
No.
She was a single puppy.
No, she was out 5.
But she was the only one you got, or
That I kept.
okay,
I did let her, yeah. But
because she's the youngest. I've been
she
watching
the
your
youngest.
videos. Okay.
She the youngest out of every dog I got, and she the one that got the best DNA to take my yard and my program to the next level.
Now I'm gonna say something because I watched the videos watching. You trying to add head to her. You said something about her head.
Yeah.
I watched in one of your videos. What
You
were
know
you
what?
saying about that right there?
And looking at my dogs, my females that come off the Gucci line of the blood, that's what I do notice. All my females have smaller heads, not big heads, not an average head, a little smaller.
Okay.
So as a breeder, you have to look at this stuff and say, okay, what can I add to make that better? Okay. So I'm already looking at dogs with bigger heads, males that produce puppies and they grow up with bigger heads, So I'm in the market right now looking for a dog that can complete her and take my program to the next level.
Now I'm about to say something, man. It's probably gonna cause some controversy. I seen your son posted a big rope.
Yeah.
Would you fuck with that dog? That looked like a pretty good dog he got.
Yeah, I will.
Or would that? Why would that work, or why would that not work with your program right now? That boy he got.
Because it will work if it makes sense. Meaning, if I have a female and I want to add them attributes to that female, it will work. Okay. If I want to go that direction, in which I plan to go that direction, I'm gonna use one of my dogs to add them features because not only he got the bit rope, but he carried pink, he carried a fluffy carrier, testable. So he got.
Yeah, see, I didn't know. I didn't see the picture. I was like, damn, that look good.
For that dog to be local, that dog got everything. Okay, they got everything. So I'm looking to use that dog this year because I'm looking to add them attributes to my program.
Now let me ask you this, because that's something I was thinking about, right? Because I seen the picture. He's a good looking dog. How do you choose to be? Because like you said, when you put a dog together, you're wanting to add something. Mm-hmm. But how do you define what you're looking for? What this is a good dog? Because like you say, some people might just want to breed to a dog because it look good, but does it got the right attributes that's going to bring something to your female? Like how do you can understand that right there? You know what I mean? Like with the bully world, you see a lot of people breeding to these top dogs, but will that top dog just because it look good add something to your female? Like how do you if you understand what I'm saying, how do you choose that right there? Okay, instead of just choosing a dog because it look good, but it might not give nothing to your female.
Okay, so for you a breeder, you have to do your homework because I want to breed your dog. He got the big head, he got all this, but can he reproduce that? Okay. So before I breed your dog, I want to see some puppies. I want to see like a couple of litters to see is he able to throw that look. And the way he look is he throwing it in other puppies. Okay. And if he is, I will use him because that'll add to my program. Okay. So my son, he got a bit rope. I don't have no bit rope. Mm-hmm. Bit rope now is what everybody wanted to add towards that dog with the other DNA stuff. So I need that in my program going forward. So what I do, I like one of my females that got they might have a smaller head or whatever. I'm gonna take one of them females and take it to him. He got a nice head. He got a big rope. So hopefully I get them features right there. Okay. And I won't know. He just got the dog, so the dog haven't been bred yet. But I'm gonna take that chance. So either you take a chance or you can wait to see how he producing.
So basically, what he's saying is, you want to put two dogs. You don't want to just put two dogs together. You want your dogs to complement each other. Yeah. And what you lacking on one side, that dog might be bringing to the table. So, for instance, your dog might have a smaller head, longer muzzle, but you got a male dog that's got a bigger head and a smash muzzle or a big rope. You put them two together, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get some mixture. You know what I'm saying? Of the smash, big head dogs, and you might have one or two that's a little bit longer than the other.
So, for instance,
you know what I'm saying?
You might have I might breed to my son dog, right? I might have 6 puppies. Mm-hmm. Now, as a breeder, not all the dogs might not come out like that. You got to recognize the stuff as a breeder. You got to know. Yeah. So out of 6 puppies, it might only 1 or 2 that come out what you
What
want.
you looking for?
You know what I mean? So, you know, you take them two, you keep it, and then you sell your other ones, whatever, because you got what you want. That's the purpose of breeding, to better your program and to better what you have. You know what I mean?
Now let me ask both of y'all this, and this I'm saying this is based off the two females that I've been breeding for the last couple of years, and what I've been seen and what I've been heard. They say a lot of the genetics are puppies take more from the female than the male. How true is that? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. I've heard that statement, but from my yard, it is kind of. I'll say it's a 60, 40, 70, 30 truth. Cause like my girl Layla, a lot of her puppies, even when I put her to bigger dogs, took after her slimmer size, even the males. Didn't take the size from the boys. And then my other female who I bred, and like I say, it's limited number. I only got 2 dogs I can speak on. She doesn't necessarily add color, but she adds a lot more bone. Mm-hmm. So I've seen that in 2 different females, what they throw in. How truth is that? That the female, you know what I mean? Because like you said, with your girl who you might take to your son, you know, how much is she going to add? You know what I mean? Like, how do y'all pick that ratios right there? Or is there any truth to that the female adds more to the breeding than the male?
I don't know. I don't
from y'all experience.
To me personally, I think you lock in your genetics and your more in the gene pool when the tighter the breed, tighter the breeding. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when you're doing kind of scatterbred, it's hit or miss.
It don't matter.
It's hit or miss. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And see, yeah, that's the thing. I piggyback off that because that's the thing when you have your programs about keeping your blood tight or whatever. Because you'll know. It's like once you develop your program, like with me, I give you an example. All right, off my Gucci line, which started from Gucci, whatever, and I had Gucci's sister. My males more come out like Gucci. But my females, even they come off Gucci a little bit, they looking like his sister more.
Okay.
But they coming off Gucci.
Yeah.
But like I said, I did have Gucci's sister.
Yeah.
And I produced some puppies off of Gucci's sister. But a lot of my dog females, they come out looking like Gucci's sister more than Gucci.
Wow. Act like
I mean, it's crazy because no, I had Gucci sister. I also had the daughter. Her daughter, then the granddaughter, and then the great granddaughter. So I don't have 4 generations, right, of females that come off the Gucci line. Every last one of them females had just like Gucci sister. Mm-hmm. I mean, and what I mean by that, they some of them tends to act shy, some of them tends to act kind of hyper, some of them tends to have happy feet. And then when you touch them, they kind of piss because they're happy. So all of them fall back from like Gucci's sister. Okay. But a lot of that, when I come out, like I said, when I breed the Gucci, the males come out like him, but the females don't. So it just, I guess it's more like, man, you know, you have to keep your blood tight and you'll know what's going on. Right. But when you breed, scatterbreed breed, when you're just taking the dog, say, okay, I like this dog, I'm gonna breed my dog or whatever. You can have a problem because you don't know how that dog was bred. You have to do your homework. And if they put any type of 2 dogs together to make that one dog, then that dog can throw puppies from either side of grandparents. You understand what I'm saying? So if I bring my female to your stud, but your stud come from said dog, said bred 2 goddamn crazy ass dogs or whatever. So when I breed to your dog or whatever, them pups can kick back from that bloodline instead of yours. It's crazy how it works, man.
Because I was thinking in my head, like, I got 2 dogs in my yard. They're sister and brother, but they're not litter mates. And my boy Lucky, takes after his mom. And I don't know her dad. I don't know her mom, but he takes after his mom, but at the same time too, I got a sister of Lucky's that came from the same mom. She takes after, not after her mom, not nothing like Lucky, after her dad's side.
After After her mom, so after her granddaddy.
No, okay. Yeah, after her granddaddy. Yeah.
Damn.
Because, like I say, I got 2 dogs on the yard. They're sister and brothers, but they're not litter mates.
Yeah.
But their build and everything is totally different. Like, you would not know these 2 motherfuckers were related.
Yeah.
Came from the same mom and dad. But when I look at them, the son is more like the mom, and the daughter is more like her dad and her grandfather. And it's a trip, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, like what if I wanted to lock in the son? How do I do that? Or what if I wanted to lock in the daughter? Like, how do I, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, see, I guess
it's crazy with that breeding, man. Like you say, I'm seeing what y'all saying, but it's like, okay, if I'm trying to get a look, like how do you wind that down? Is it peds? Is it blood? Or can you kind of just look and be like,
no, you can't.
Visual ain't gonna tell you nothing.
No, and that's the point where a lot of that's what people go wrong with, because people are like, I'm gonna take this good looking dog and breed this good looking dog, and we're gonna have some badass dogs. That's not necessary. Now you might have one or two.
Yeah.
You might have one or two, but what you call breeding is when you're looking at the peds and matching it up. You know what I mean? If this ped is tight braided and your ped is tight braided, then when you cross that up, you're gonna get what you're looking for. Because if you come to my dog, if you come to my yard and you be like, I want to breed the Gucci, and I say why, and you like, cause I like his head, I like his structure. So I'm gonna show you his ped, and then I'm gonna show you his puppies that grew up, that have his head and his chest. So you can say, you know what? I know how this dog bred. I seen his ped. I seen the puppies he produced. Now I'm guaranteed out of 6 puppies, at least I'm guaranteed to get 3 or 4 that have that look that I want, because that male that I bred to is tight bred, and he have proof of his productions.
Yeah.
So that's what you look for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's facts. I can agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Cause that's what I'm going through right now. Cause like you say, just and the 2 dogs. Like I say, I got a sister and brother on my yard, but I've got subsequent litters, and I'm starting to see like, okay, what they are going to produce, and that's the crazy thing, like y'all say, where I can look at the 2 older dogs I got now, and then newer puppies that I can already look at. Okay, I already know how you gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I already know how you gonna look. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? From this point right here, yeah. Right.
But like you know, your situation, you just have to end up doing more line breeding and stuff like that, and then end up taking the pup out there and crossing it up.
It still be a little bit harder, I think, on his end, because he got to really have that eye, if you know what I mean. Because you got 8 to 12 puppies in a litter, so you got to watch 8 to 12 puppies. You know what I'm saying? To see what you really want and how they really develop it. You know what I'm saying? Well, we might have 4 to 6.
Yeah.
It's a little more
easier.
And the crazy thing was with my litter that I'm learning too, really until like 16 weeks, you don't know what the fuck you got.
Exactly.
Really, it takes almost 12 to 16 weeks, you don't know. Like at 8 weeks, I don't give a fuck what you say. You don't know what you got. Because all of them are kind of right then and there. Because like right now, I got 2 brothers on the yard. At 12 weeks, one of the brothers, they were the 2 biggest dogs. I've been watching them. I weighed them. One of the brothers was probably like about 3 ounces, 3-4 ounces bigger. Now, that was at 2 weeks. Now at 13 weeks, the brother that was under, he probably got the other brother almost by about 10 ounces. You know what I mean? If not another damn pound.
Yeah.
Like he done got that much bigger. But you wouldn't have seen, I didn't see that at 2 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
2 to 8 weeks, I did not see that this one dog, that he was going to be the biggest.
It's hard because it's not even, like you say, 12, 16 weeks, you say 8. It's hard because you really don't know between at least at 10 months.
Yeah.
10 months?
Yeah, really.
Because that's a totally separation.
Yeah.
Puppies, you can have a good eye, you can like, okay, this a neck. Then then at 10 months, you'll know.
Oh, another, yeah.
Like, for instance, say he had Lucky, right? He had 2 dogs.
Yeah.
Lucky and his brother. He was like, which one should I keep? Which one should I keep? This one got a bigger head, this such and such. I'm like, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's hard. But then he ended up making a move, getting rid of, he called one of the brothers, then he kept Lucky.
Yeah.
But then, like, at 5-6 months, said was like, man, damn, I just think I should have kept the other one, man, because he much better. He was like, Lucky head ain't filling in, it's slim or whatever. This at 5-6 months old, he going back and forth because he want to keep the best one.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, maybe his head will grow such and such. He still had narrow head, smaller head. 7 months, it was just getting a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Now his fucking head now don't pop. So, but that's it didn't hit till what, 10 months, 10, 11 months.
Right.
Yeah, and that was late because he could have gave up and sold him at 7 months because his expectations wasn't looking good.
Right.
But at 10 months, he popped, chest popped, everything. So compared to him to the brother, it's no comparison.
No comparison.
It's no comparison. But 6 months ago, it was comparison.
Yeah.
But now it's not. So sometimes as a breeder, it's about being patient, making smart decisions. Cause what he did was he could have sold the dog, but he co-owned it. So he had an opportunity to keep watching. Keep watching and keep watching. And then he was like, you know what? I made a bad decision with this one, but since I co-own with the brother, I can double back and go back and breed to him or whatever. So in my case, man, well, in anybody's case, if you got the time, if you got the money, it just depends on the situation. But to see a full potential dog is at least starting is about 10 months.
Yeah.
10 months.
And to piggyback off of that though, that's why I do a lot of co-owns. Because I like to go back and just research and check my dogs out and make sure that they develop how I think they're gonna develop. And on that co-own, Lucky actually came out at 8 weeks, 12 weeks. That boy that I co-owned was, to me, 10 times better. Bigger head, shorter back, everything.
Yeah.
But now, Lucky shitting on him. And you know, and don't get me wrong, like same blood and everything.
Yeah.
But you look at them, it look like two different dogs. They came out two different litters.
But check this out. So everything gonna tie back in because when Sid had Lucky, right, he had six months old. He took his female, whatever, but he did a line breeding.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he did was he tightened up the genes. So it didn't show early. It didn't show the look. The look Sid was looking for is from his granddaddy.
Oh wow.
From his granddaddy and great granddaddy. The look that kicked in to 11 months old, his head was small. It was small. And at 10 months old, it's like this right here. Now he look identical to his bloodline. So it's about trusting the process, making good decisions about how to breed that dog. Because if you took that dog, if you took the mama dog to another dog, he'll still been waiting for the head to explode. It might have wouldn't go get big. He'd been waiting. But since he did the line breeding, the quote where everybody uses is trust the process. Yeah, because if you give up on the dog at 7 months, you would have fucked up. Now he got Lucky, which reached his full potential. I ain't gonna say reached his full potential, but everything he wanted, he can see the bone, the head, and everything like that. Right. So he see that after 10 months. It wasn't like that before. Yeah. So you gotta trust the process of how you breeding, man. That's very important. Because when you do good breeding and when you tighten up that blood, it's just a matter of time. It might not look like nothing in the beginning, but right when they get 10, 11 months old, it click, man. Yeah. So all that ties into it, man. Trusting the process, doing good breeding, being patient. When it comes to decision making, you don't always have to go for the money. You can co-own and get half of the money. You know what I mean? At least you will still have some contact with the dog. Yeah. So that's my take on that.
That's what's up, man. Well, say, man, it's swing to you. What you been got going on, man? I see it's kind of. I was looking over there for the other. Yeah, he's got Lucky here today, man. What you got going on?
I run a tight ship, you know what I'm saying? I run a tight ship, so you know, simply put, it's a tight ship over here. But I got two boys. I still got Lucky. I still got Crash. Okay. So what I did was I co-owned Lucky's daughter. Lucky, you know, he was bred to his aunt, Missy.
Look, so, you got gas down there, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I end up co-owning Missy, which was his aunt. Okay. Co-own her out. Found a good home for her. And then I end up co-owning the platinum female.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure
Who you had
heard of her.
last? So
Yeah, the platinum female. So I ended up calling her, and found her a good home as well. You know, to kind of keep them both close. Actually, they went to the same people. So you know, the guy
that makes it even better.
Yeah, he ended up buying the Missy, the mama. He ended up buying her for his mother, and then he ended up doubling back and buying the daughter.
Okay.
You know, on co-own, both of them.
Yeah.
But Missy, she won't be bred again. But the girl, I got some plans for her. I'll be breeding her later part of this year, probably to Crash. Got that coming up, and then other than that, I mean, I'm opening up Crash. Crash should be opening next month, man. He developing real good. He actually came out of Jamie litter. So Ruby, the one that he was speaking of earlier, that was one of the pups that came out of that. Actually, I think he was the only boy that survived out of that litter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he the up and coming stud I got coming up. So he gonna definitely be making some noise here soon.
Also, too, you're gonna be expecting some maybe platinum fluffies, some Isabella fluffies.
Out of the breeding with the girl, the platinum.
The platinum girl's head.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna be able to throw a lot of different things, man. So Crash, he carry Fluffy, Pink, Rojo or New Shade, whichever one you want to call it. Blue chocolate. He carry everything. You know, he ain't missing nothing. So he gonna be able to produce a lot, and then he gonna open up a lot of doors for me. You know, I do got a couple females I got co-owned out that I'll be breeding to them too. So that's really what I got going on, man. You know,
let me ask you a question. When you call on a female and the person, you know, that female is their dog, but you know y'all got a business agreement, how do you go by if you want to breed her? Like, okay, before you even do the co-own, do you let them know, like, hey, one day, because what if they don't want to breed? Like, do you let them know, like, hey, one day I'm going to want to breed to this girl? And if you do, if they just want a dog, how do you work that out as far as, because they might not have the experience to whelp a litter and all that? Like, how do you co-own a female when you're not holding it?
So when I do co-owns, whether it's male or female, in the contract, it's my expectations and what I expect from that co-owner. So, for instance, if it's a male, my expectation is going to be I have access to that male at any given time that I need to use him to breed, to stud out. You know, some of the expectations for them might be, or really not for them, it is for them. It's to take care of the dog, shelter it, feed it, vaccines, all that good stuff is up to date.
Yeah.
I got rights to go and say, hey, have Lucky, I'm just using Lucky as an example. Have Lucky had his shots. If they can't produce that shot record, you know, then we might have an issue. You know, I ain't had no issues with that.
Yeah, but think about that part.
Because at the end of the day, you know, I want to make sure that my dog is
healthy.
You know, staying up to date on his vaccines. He healthy. He in good standing. Because the last thing I want to do is go over there and go to pick up this stud and he's skinny as hell.
Yeah, all the ribs showing.
All the ribs, you know what I'm saying? Or he missing hair, you know what I'm saying?
Worms.
All that, you know. So that's some of my expectations that I put in my contract, you know, when I do my co-owns with males. But same thing with my females, you know, I want everything, you know, from shelter, food, vaccines, all that stuff. That's in my contract and that's part of my expectations. But I also stress to them, like, you know, when that female comes in heat, for second time, third time, whatever it may be, that I do plan on breeding, and they are held responsible to notify me when that female comes in heat.
Okay.
Now, granted, you know, a lot of times, you know, some went good and a lot of times some went bad. You know, I got one out right now that I ain't heard from in over a year.
Yeah.
But, you know, I charge
female or male?
Female. You know, and I charge that to the game. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I believe in karma, you know what I'm saying? So what comes around goes around. So, you know, whatever. But a lot of people, you know, they pretty much hold up their end. You know, because really at the end of the day, it's a contract, you know, but at the end of the day, it ain't nothing but a piece of paper, you know.
It seems like it'd be easier to co-own a male out than a female.
No,
Like if
it
you're
don't.
gonna breed her, like how,
Now, cause see,
that the breeding aspect.
yeah, because see, like, okay, so I'm gonna give you a perfect example. So with my females, what I do is when that female comes in heat, I do the breeding, so I pretty much pay for, and unless I've agreed on different terms, like I have in the past, we may split the stud fee, we may split the C-section, all that good stuff. In return, we were splitting the litter, you know. So in that aspect, I pretty much make sure everything's taken care of on the litter ends for breeding, da 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 da. The whelping, I'm pretty much hands on with all that.
Yeah.
And in return, we splitting the profits.
Okay.
And then I have had some females that where I will co-own out, which I've got a couple out now right now where I will get everything. So once that female come in heat, I will breed her. Then once the litter is about ready to be born, I will bring her back to the house and they'll be with me for 6 to 8 weeks until she's done, or at least until she's done whelping. Then after that, bam, they just set off.
But it's the problem with the co-on though too. Like, man, you run into some bullshit, and this the bullshit you run into because people forget about the contract. They forget because they get the puppy at an early age. They fall in love with it, this and that. But when it's time to honor that contract, where my dog going? I don't want my dog to be bred.
Like
the dog,
a year later, you know.
Yeah, a year later now, it's fine right then and there.
Yeah.
Because they instead of getting a dog that costs $5,000, they get the one that costs $2,500.
Yeah.
Because the co-own, you know, you kind of cut the price in half, 70%, 50%, whatever you want to do. But a lot of people, like the incident said we're talking about, a lot of people they want to co-own, but when it's time to get that female, you got to take the female, you got to go breed it. You're going to bring them back, he feed them, and then when it's time for the whelp them puppies or to have the puppies, that dog going to have to stay with you for 8 to 10, 12 weeks. Yeah. Well, a lot of people, they won't tell you when the dog in heat.
Right.
Me and Sid had a situation like that, you know what I'm saying? When the person, you know, you're dealing with people that's really like, they don't want to reach out to you. You know, they reached out to you, they want a dog, but it's time to honor the contract or whatever. They don't want their dog to be gone. Yeah. So, to me, I don't know if I call a female out no more, but I really do it with the males a little bit or whatever. Because it's much easier access because you ain't really got to take the male off. You can bring a dog, a female to go breed to that male, or the male can be boom, in and out, you know, a couple hours back or whatever. But the female, she gonna have to stay with you. And that's the problem because people realize that they dog finna be gone.
Right. And she gonna look different. Her body gonna change.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna be that same female no more.
Yeah, so when you doing co-ons and stuff, man, you really have to be on your shit because a lot of people, it's all good at the beginning. But when it's time to got them handle business, they tends to forget.
Yeah, a lot of people ain't true to their word. You know, but at the end of the day, like I said, I only had 2 bad experiences with co-owning females. You know, and like he said, one of them was I ain't heard from. And then the other one she didn't tell me about the heat, and then the female ended up dying because she was trying to breed on the back end and not telling me, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, I mean,
it's crazy, man, because like the co-on is tricky, right? And just say if you co-on to a breeder or somebody who got other dogs, right? Man, that's how people fall out. Co-on deals, man.
Yeah, a lot.
Because a lot of people, it don't be on the breeder now. Yeah. It be on the motherfucker that accept the dog. Because sometimes they feel like, hey, well, I did this, why she got to go. It's just always bullshit. Yeah. And then they turn around flipping on you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you look on Facebook, there's tons of people that go through stuff with co-ons, man.
Yeah. I guess it come down to kind of like something you had said. Definitely got to understand, like, okay, you say you co-own a female out. It's best to have someone already in the mind, like, I want a puppy or 2 off this dog a year or 2 later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're going to be inclined to breed instead of someone who just, oh, I want that dog, I love it. But in your mind, you really don't want to breed. You know what I mean? So it seems like that co-own of a female needs to, definitely if you want to breed her, needs to go to somebody who's in their mind already, like, yeah, I want something off her in a year or 2.
And that's what I do. I mean, with my co-owns, I don't just co-own to anybody. Like, I really kind of pick their minds. You know, try and get a good understanding of what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how I try and do it. Like, for instance, with Clout, which is the platinum female, this guy, he actually, I mean, his family has French. He got a female Frenchie, an older retired Frenchie, and he brought one from me already, another retired Frenchie, and he's looking to add a puppy. But in return, he's actually looking to get into the dogs. So, me being in it 7+ years now, I'm a steer and guide him in the right direction. But at the same time, though, I know she going to a good home. I know he gonna take care of him because I seen his dogs. I seen his home and all that good stuff. So I know where she is, and I know she gonna live a good life. Now, if he hold his end up, when it come time, that's to be determined. But at the end of the day, so far, I'm satisfied with that one right there. Like I said, but at the same time, though, the other one, it was going good, fine and dandy. Had my first litter off of her. Then when I tried to double back to go do my second litter, actually my third litter, actually I did 2 litters. So I did 1 litter with my very first co-on litter. And I had that litter of 9 puppies, and then when I doubled back to do my second litter, I lost because I was supposed to have 2 litters out of that co-on. So I lost my whole litter. So therefore, I was entitled to a third breeding.
Okay.
And then, she was gonna have the litter. Well, that's where the issues came up. And that's where she didn't communicate that, hey, she and he, this and third. She tried to go and do her own thing. So yeah,
the game fucked up.
Let me have y'all ever had an issue where y'all sold a dog to somebody that may be relatively a new breeder, wanting one of your dogs, but as soon as they get your dog, they're calling you 24/7 with every little incident? And have y'all ever been in a situation where you was like, you know what, let me just get my dog back and give you your money back? You ever been in a situation like that? Or have pretty much anybody you sold to dogs been real? Because this is what I'm running to. I'm running to people that's interested in my dogs, getting my dogs, but don't know nothing about dogs. And you kind of, as a breeder, you kind of expect, like, if you come to me, you done did your homework first. Have you ever had a situation like that where you're running to people that, like, you went over your... Okay.
All the time, man. Because people, there's a lot of people, when they see it, they think it's easy.
Yeah.
They think, okay, you just get a dog and feed it and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's not the case. I don't have people calling back over and over, hey, what I supposed to do? This dog doing this dog doing that. As a breeder, you really ain't got time to be talking like small shit.
Yeah.
Because that's something you should automatically know because you come to me.
Yeah.
And if you come to me, then you should have little knowledge about dogs.
Yeah.
But you have some people who just got some money and say, hey, I want a dog. Then when they get the dog, hey, why this? Why this? This dog just farted. Do they supposed to fart? You know what I'm saying? You know, it be crazy stuff like that.
So I ain't just dealing with it myself. Yeah, okay.
You just deal with people, a lot of people just, anytime when people have money, sometimes they just go out and just spend it.
Yeah.
Then they got them call back and say, hey, okay, I'll give you an example, right? So I'm gonna give an example, right?
Yeah.
So this was like 2 years ago. I told the story before, but I thought it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, I sold this girl called me.
Yeah.
She said, hey, I want to buy one of your dogs. I'm interested. I said, okay. She was like, I need it today. Yeah. And I was like, shit, no problem. Yeah. Let me just got them calling to work,
Yeah.
I said, okay, let me make this happen. So I goes to meet her. She like 21 years old, goes to meet her. She like, man, I love this dog,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I'm buying it for my boyfriend. He gonna be so happy. He gonna be boom, boom, boom. I said, bet. And she was just gave me a hug. She was ecstatic, whatever, right? So I gets back home, 4 or 5 hours later, the boyfriend calls me. And he was like, hey, man, you need to come get this dog. She bought for my birthday, but we got bills and stuff like that behind. We got bills and stuff we need to pay, and stuff like that. So she wasn't thinking about that. She had the money. She was just surfing. She was being a woman. She seen what she liked, and she hit me up. Well, she wasn't thinking about the bills she had to pay.
Yeah.
He did. So I told him, like, it's non-refundable. But I can, transfer that money to another little, whatever.
Yeah.
Man, all I hear on the phone, I told you not to. I heard.
He started beating her up.
Man, he kicking her ass, dog. Man, hell yeah. I was gonna hang up the phone, man. But I didn't hang up the phone.
How many did he spend?
Like 25.
Oh yeah, she fucked up.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, he was kicking her ass. Then I was hanging up the phone. But it was so much action.
Yeah, you can't hang up. Yeah, no, you might hear a murder. Yeah,
I put it on the speakerphone for everybody to hear it. But she was getting her ass kicked.
You ain't call 911?
Hell no. But back to the story though, man. It's like at the end of the day, a lot of people who have the people who have money, some people just make decisions without thinking. You know what I mean? And so that happens in the dog game. Matter of fact, it don't happen before. Yeah. You have people who just say, hey, I want this dog right here. You know, they buy the dog, then a week later, man, that dog don't tour up this, or my wife really don't like the dog. What can we do? Yeah, it'd be all when you're in the business, man, you run up on so many
crazy
situations.
You think, man, you would hope as a breeder, like I was telling him, like people done did their homework. They understand, they know how to. But have you dealt with that? Like people have bought dogs from you, don't know nothing about a dog. You didn't pick this up when you sold it, but for the next week or two, they calling you with every little thing.
Yeah. I don't deal with it before. I mean, and at the end of the day, I mean, I try and answer the question as truthfully as possible.
Yeah.
You know, and if I don't got the answer to it, I try and research and find it.
Yeah.
But everybody that I sell a dog to or buy a puppy from, I let them know, like, you know, at the end of the day, it ain't no refund. So,
ain't no refund.
You know, like you said, if you ain't did your research or you ain't, you know, did some kind of studying to figure out what you gonna do with the dog once you get it, you on your own, you know.
Yeah.
And truthfully speaking, I've been in that situation before where I done brought a dog and I'm like, damn, what the hell I supposed to do? You know, this dog throwing up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I supposed to do with it?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, shit, you just got to do your research.
Yeah.
Shit, that's what Google for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got ChatGPT now.
Like you say, so, and I understand that, but some of them, boy, listen.
ChatGPT.
Like the other day, okay, see, I sold a guy, right? He had bought 2 dogs, 2 males off me, 2 different litters, right?
Mm-hmm.
24 hours. He called me. He like, boy, they fighting. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, you got 2 males. They puppies. Yeah, you need to go ahead and put your foot in somebody's ass.
Yeah.
If you don't want them fighting, because they 2 dogs, they 2 males, they aggressive breed. They gonna, you know what I mean? Yeah. Until you establish yourself as that pack, because, you know, I'm at a point now, they could be, hey, you know what I mean? When they hear that, yeah, like, you know what I mean? It's looking back, like, you know what I mean? Let's go and stop this bullshit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I was sitting there listening to him, and I was just like, damn, this dude really didn't think these dogs were going, you know what I mean? They puppies. You know how puppies going, you know what I mean? But at the same time, too, it's one of the things with these aggressive breeds, like, oh, you got to stop that in the bud, because, oh, yeah, at 3-4 months, yeah, they going to be fighting. It's going to look, but they ain't gonna be the same at a year and a half and 2 years. Somebody gonna leak somebody out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to be on that, like stopping that. But it was like, oh yeah, this mother don't understand that. You know, and I was trying to tell them like ways of discipline, you know what I mean? Because everybody discipline dogs in different ways. You know, you got a lot of people like, oh, I don't hit my dog, I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? But there's different ways of disciplining. You know what I mean? There's like some people might have their child go put their face in the water. You got some people gonna whoop some ass. You know what I mean? But we got all different ways to get the job done.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain to him, but he had no wherewithal. Okay, I got to do something. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, I don't think some people understand, like, these dogs are almost like children.
Right.
But more than children, because they always gonna need your guidance. Oh, you know, eventually, I remember, you know, when we was 9, 10, and mom went to work. You know what I mean? We knew not to fuck with that door. We knew, you know, them hot dogs on the listen, y'all make y'all some hot dogs, get some coleslaw, refrigerator. You know what I mean? We had instructions. Yeah. You know what I mean? But these dogs, you always gonna have to be there.
You gotta be hands on.
You know what I mean? Hands on, but I'm not still, you know, you would think as an adult, like, it would transfer over. Like, okay, you know, because a lot of people look at their dogs like they babies, you know, and There's a reason for that. These bitches is babies.
Yeah, because the thing is, a dog is never gonna get up and take himself outside the shit or go in the kitchen and feed himself. Yeah. So he gonna always. Me and Sam were just talking about this two like a couple of days ago, because like that will make you so attached to a dog. Yeah. Because as your kids grow up, them little fuckers going outside or go to their room, play the game, whatever. With your dog, you still hands on.
Yeah, the cat just looking at you.
Always.
Yeah, he's looking at you like, God damn, you gonna keep walking by? Yeah. Listen, your kids don't give a fuck. Listen, you don't walk past 3-4 times, they still on the phone like, God damn, what you want?
Yeah. But them dogs, you gotta think about this. You feeding them every fucking day. Yeah. Not only that, you letting them outside. Yeah. You watching them. You hands on. Soon you got work. I can't go to the bar, y'all. I got to handle this shit right quick. But I meet you there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So man, them dogs, when you been hands on like that, they kids. Yeah. They don't grow up.
I don't think people. Some people.
You you can kind of understand if you have like when you have one dog, maybe, but when you have like multiple dogs, man, all of them like they just kids because you got to be responsible every day.
Listen. You got kids that you gonna have yourself that don't even want hugs no more. Well, listen, that motherfucking dog to the day he die, he gonna want to get petted.
To the day he die,
ain't gonna act funny if you don't pet him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like shh. And people don't understand that when it comes to these dogs, like you taking on a big responsibility, man.
And that's why so many of them in the shelter, because people get tired of them because they like kids that don't grow up. I mean, they worse than kids. Yeah. So that responsibility, they wear on people, and what they do, they take them to the shelter or they let them out. Yeah. Because they get tired.
Because like you say, even your son or daughter gonna stop peeing in the bed.
Yeah.
Now that motherfucking dog right there, if you don't get some understanding with him, every day you come home, there's gonna be some shit and piss off in that. Every damn day, you like, God damn.
I had to get rid of a dog. It wasn't no Frenchie, it was a Yorkie.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I let that Yorkie outside, let it go piss. That Yorkie just decided to run around everywhere. I'm running around trying to chase, they fast. So I was like, fuck it. So it stopped. I grabbed him, took a newspaper, popped his ass, right? He ran straight in the room, jumped on the bed, and pissed in the bed. I ran straight in the room, took him to the goddamn shelf. But what I did, I went in the room, I said, he got to go. I saw him.
Yeah.
I saw him, it was over from there. Once he did that, because once them dogs be defined like that, it's hard for them to for you to line them back in place. Because you got some dogs that just bad in the motherfucker don't give gonna keep doing the same shit every day. Yeah. They just like kids, man. When you see them like, this fucking dog ain't gonna love me.
And that's why I'm trying to explain this to people so people don't understand, like, because they be thinking like, okay, even as a dog owner, like, we got full control. Like, we live in a world where you can raise your kids and that motherfucker have the best life possible and still go out here and rob somebody. Bitch, you got a whole house of food.
Yeah.
What the hell you out here stealing for and selling drugs? You know what I mean? Like, you know, people can't even raise kids right, but it's like people jump on you when your dog do something. Like that, it's still an animal.
Yeah.
Bitch, I can do all the training in the world, boy, and if I leave him in the house, I still come home and my whole couch be tore up.
Yeah.
It's like people don't understand that.
They think, like you said, they think you're supposed to have complete control of it. And them dogs, they have sometimes mind of their own, boy.
Yeah, they do.
And we look at you crazy. And be knowing they done fucked up. So you'll fuck up some shit.
Yeah. It's crazy because people don't understand. Like, you got a lot of dogs and you can see the different characteristics in dogs. Someone shy, happy or whatever. You can literally look at a dog and fuss at them and you can see them get sad.
Boy, what?
It's crazy. They'll just look and you can see their eyes water up, man.
Yeah, boy, they be knowing. But the next day they'll do the same shit again.
Say fuck it.
Left me here all day. Man, hey, it's crazy, boy. These dogs, man, this experience, boy, these last couple of years, boy, been wild.
But before you get ill, but it's, I don't know, man. When you have a lot of dogs, sometimes it's a good thing though, because you come home, man, and you might have a long day, and then you can just grab a couple of dogs that the characteristics, the ones that's kind of happy to see, the one who want to jump on you. They kind of make your day go, all right, life ain't too bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was telling people on my live the other day, like, no matter how I feel, I can come out here and like with my puppies, man, just boy, with them just be cutting up, fighting and stuff, man. They be like this, hell, then I'm trying to walk across the yard. I might have two of them biting on my damn pants leg, and they just let me drag them. They ain't letting go. You know what I mean? It'd be like, God, you know what I mean? They a trip at that age. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, no matter what's going on, okay, damn, I'm enjoying this right now. But like you say, man, it's, I don't know.
Like what you was talking about earlier. See, that's a trait that you want to be looking for too, though.
Oh yeah.
That's bite work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I be listen. Them ones that be grabbing onto my leg, and I'm talking about like they just laid out their mouth, locked onto my pants leg, and just get drugged. I'm like, oh yeah.
Right.
That's what I want right there. Yeah.
That's what you want.
Because people don't understand, like especially with them biting dogs, like every dog won't lock.
No.
You know what I mean? You got some that are just biters. Like you can have a little rope and they just be doing this, like lock that motherfucker. You know what I mean? You want them locked? Nah, they ain't gonna do it. They just keep biting. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm starting to see that too, man. Like
you want to look for.
You definitely gotta look for it. Cause it's crazy. I did I made a video the other day. I was in the backyard with a remote control car, right? That I use, and it got like it got a fake raccoon on the body. So I was out there with the puppies. Boy, there was this fawn and two brindles. I'm talking about from when I put that bitch on the ground, they did not let up. You know what I mean? And like you say, that's what, if I'm looking for that bite work or that dog that's got that drive, them were the three right there. You know what I mean? Because you had some that was kind of running and then they would stop and wait till it kind of get around. But them three, that fawn and them two brindles, boy, they stayed there. I don't care how many turns they was on it.
Okay, so you see that part. So out of them three, do you see the characteristics that you're looking for, or do they have? So is it one out of them three? Is it one they got that's gonna be? Is they big boned, heavier, or they got the potential that they got? Do you see out of them three? Because now, say you got a little team. Yeah. Now you done broke it down to three. Yeah. The three that's grabbing, the three that seem like they showing the gameness. Yeah. Now, out of them three, you got to break them three down. Yeah. So out of them three, do you see any one of them that stick out more than the other?
Oh yeah.
That's the one you keep.
That's the one you keep.
Yeah.
And then the other two, you still put that work in.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, because you break it down, you got three that dragging your leg, right? So okay, I'm gonna keep this one. I need to keep these two close. So I'm gonna co-own these two. That way I can see, okay, these two gonna pass the one I have. Yeah. Cause they do, then maybe I can just hold on to him, pick on him in the future and breed to the ones that I like. Yeah. And it's not costing me nothing.
Yep.
And that's kind of where I'm at right now, man, because I love my dogs, but I'm kind of seeing what y'all saying, like, you know, almost getting 5 years in. It's like I'm at a reconstruction phase now. I'm looking at everything and I'm like, okay, I love these dogs, but it's like you say, separating that dog owner and the breeder. Like, okay, I love this dog, but truthfully, do I want to go any future with her? You know, and that'd be the hard part that a lot of us, you know what I mean? Because just because you like that dog, don't mean you should breed that dog.
Yeah.
Facts.
And that's the hardest factor for a lot of people to understand. Like,
and that's what you have to remember. You have a program, and you're a breeder. Yeah. You can't fall in love with every dog. You can love them, but you can't fall in love to a point that you be blind to your program. Because you got to remember, you know, you in this thing to kind of the build a better dog, and also from a financial standpoint. Yeah. So that's the reason. One reason I got rid of Sugar now. Sugar's always time for them to go, bring in some new blood, and because it's a program. Right now, them two eating dog food and holding up space a little bit, you know.
I'm going to do a 50-pound bag by 2 days.
Ooh. That dog food is crazy.
Someone asked me the other day online, like, how much you feed a dog food a month? I like, little baby Cardinal. I can have something nice now. Listen. When I feed on dog food, boy, ooh, I could be at the car lot, boy, be like, boy, let me get that right there.
You need to buy a pallet. You got a pallet of dog food.
And see, that's what I've been thinking about, but just having that space. And then, you know, I'm kind of county, city but county, like I be looking like hell. I got field mice around my motherfucking house. You know what I mean? My dogs done killed mice. You know what I mean? So that be the thing too. Like, and then you go and get them 50 that pallet of dog food, bitch. Them last 10 bags, bitch, you gonna have all type of mice in them motherfucker before you get through. You know what I mean? They gonna go ahead and move in like, hey, they gonna be sitting in the bed like, boy, it's good over here. Yeah, he got that 3121. Listen, mice just walking around like, you know what I mean, like little bullies. Like
the mice getting taller. Even the mice getting taller.
Listen, dogs can't catch them no more, either nothing. Getting that good protein dog food. So that be the thing too with that dog food. Like, man, listen, I'm getting 4 bags at a time. Hey, listen, I ain't trying to bring no pests in this bitch. What? Listen, especially a pallet. Two of the bags got holes in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's the one on the bottom.
Listen. They've been living off that. Listen. When you get that last bag, they just down there like, boy, when you gonna get that new pallet? My cousin coming.
Shit, the rats will grow big. I'll tell you that, boy.
I'm telling you, but hey, before we go, man, I'm going to end it with mine, man. Tell y'all what's going on in my camp real quick. Y'all know I lost a dog, man. I lost a dog. My girl Layla, unfortunately, man, and this something for somebody, a lot of people don't realize a lot of time with them aggressive dogs. And I know you done probably had it or been close to it because you done deal with pit bulls. Like, people don't realize with aggressive dogs and male on male and female on female, boy, you got to have it down pat or locked in to really to have them have that relationship where them dogs can live together like that. Because I just kind of believe in a way, because, I look at how I do with my dogs. I keep them all together, but for the most part, a lot of breeders with aggressive dogs, you're not going to see that. You know what I mean? They're going to be locked up in cages, and for good reason. Because when they hit, listen, either you going to shake something or you going to go ahead and just watch them dogs die. You know what I mean? Because but a minute, man. And then what happened with my girl Layla, right? Layla was the baddest dog on my yard.
Mitchell, what you mean baddest?
No, I'm talking about baddest. Like I told people, if I was gonna go to war, Layla would be the dog I was gonna bring with me.
Okay.
She was the most protective, the most loving. At the same time, too, the way she ran on the yard, a lot of them dogs, even the males, didn't fuck with her. You know what I mean? But at the same time, too, like I had her and my girl Molly, who 3 months apart, and they're both intact females. Right. They both produce litters on my yard. So they kind of clash, you know what I mean? And the thing with Layla and Molly weren't related, but on my yard, and people don't realize, like with that hierarchy and stuff like that and that pack setting, like Molly, all the dogs on my yard are her puppies. So people don't realize, like, Layla was kind of an outsider. You know what I mean? Because Scoop and Molly, all my other dogs, are their mother and father. So they kind of, the males are going to respect Scoop, the females are going to respect, and the females and the males respect Molly. Where Layla was just out there like, bitch, y'all going to respect me, I'm just going to whoop some ass out this motherfucker.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? But them dogs, and that's kind of what happened, and I didn't get to see it, but I'm pretty sure she got jumped. You know what I mean? Like, her and Molly got into it, but one of Molly's, and I'm thinking my girl Mary J got into it. And usually Molly can't do nothing with Layla, but she got lucky and she punctured the jugular. You know what I mean? And pretty much, she leaked out. You know what I mean? Couldn't stop the bleeding. But, like, I don't know, that was just, that was my first dog in a long time that I've lost that, like, I really had a lot of love for, and I was just like, damn, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of fucked me up, but it's kind of like in a way where I'm changing things up, where I'm falling off from the breeding and getting back to the training, because I believe with that training, I'm gonna get a better understanding of these dogs. You know what I mean? Their mindset and their way of thinking, and at the same time too, be a better handler. Because at the same time too, like if I'm out there, if I was out there when that happened, it never would have happened. You know what I mean? But I stepped away, so it's just like I don't know. I'm still kind of fucked up about that shit right there, boy. I'm still kind of fucked up about that. Because Layla, I lost a good one. Like she was one of them dogs, like where even if I wasn't breeding her, I would have kept her.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like I don't know. And then I'm dealing with right now with Molly. Oh, Layla didn't go out without a fight. She fucked Molly's leg up. So Molly to this day, she's still limping. You know, I got her sewed up. Antibiotics, but it's been almost a week. She's still limping. So, I'm kind of looking at it like, damn, another couple of days, I might have to take her to the vet, you know what I mean? Hoping like,
it's not infected.
Yeah, she ain't about to lose it, you know what I mean? Like, I might have to, because get that motherfucker amputated, you know what I mean? I don't know how bad it is, because, that's the crazy thing about these dogs too. They don't show no pain. Mm-hmm. Like, she limp around that yard. She come eats, I'm petting her. But looking at this dog, this motherfucker ain't in no pain, but ain't no fucking way you walking around and you got that back leg up like that. So it was just like, I don't know, man. Like I said, it just...
Was that how they were introduced at a young age or what?
Yeah, when I already had Layla. I got Layla at 3 months. No, I got Layla about at, basically, I got Layla first, you know what I mean? And then I got Molly. Okay. But when I got Molly, she was 6 months old. So basically, Layla was right there at 3, and I might have had Layla already about 2-3 weeks at the house.
Okay, gotcha.
So when I got Molly, Layla was at 3 months and she was at 6.
And they grew up together.
They grew up together, but this was the thing. They actually had got into it like a week when I brought Molly home. Molly had kind of got on Layla. Okay, you know what I mean? Because she was an older pup. They had kind of got into it, but they were still at that puppy stage, 3 and 6 months. But going up, they always had little get into. You know what I mean?
Molly come off of?
Molly came off I seen a picture of her mother. I don't know her brother, but Molly, I got her off the same yard I got Scoop from. The same breeder. Scoop and Molly ain't related, but he's a breeder in North Carolina. So I bought Scoop, and then maybe 8 months later, I hollered at him, and we was talking about breeding, and he sold me Molly.
And the only reason I asked because you got Molly at about 5 or 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
And then you had Layla at 3 months or whatever.
Yeah.
So my thing is this right here, because at 6 months old, that's a big fucking dog. Big size. Yeah. So you have to question yourself too, how was that person handling Molly? Because you said that she jumped on your dog early age.
Yeah. Oh no, Molly was the issue. And this is the
crazy thing with an attitude, basically.
Yeah, she was fucked up. No, you got her. Listen, let me tell you this. Molly, it wasn't even a week after I got Molly, I called dude back and cussed his ass out and told him, motherfucker, come get this bitch.
Wow. That's the female, yeah. I remember you talking about her.
Yeah, because she was this is what it seemed like to me. She was kind of skittish at first. And I don't think that he was beating on her, but at the same time, too, I believe he was kind of like, heavy-handed or verbal with her. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't with my kids or anybody else, but with me. It seemed like a bigger black individual or bigger individual, she was kind of... So it took me almost like, we still talk about me and my son, like it took us about 2-3 months at least for Molly to get to the point where, accustomed to us.
Well, okay, so next question. What made you buy Molly?
Because I was thinking about breeding at the same time, too, talking to the breeder. He was like, because I actually had hit him up and sent him a picture of Scoop at almost about a year old. And he was like, gushing like over, like, damn, boy, that's one of the best dogs. Boy, that boy look good. And we had talked about breeding before, so he was like, I don't know if he brought it up or I brought it up, but he was like, boy, I got this girl in the yard, and boy, she would be a good match. And he was already told me, like, he's 6 months. He's kind of like, he a real breeder. So he was like, boy, her first heat, she be ready. So he was already telling me, like, she's 6 months, usually around about 10, 11, they go in the heat. You know what I mean? She was like, man, she'll be going to heat, in a few months, man. You breed on her first heat, like, you're going to produce some awesome pups. And I will give them that. Like, everything Layla everything Molly and Scoop done produced, like, been awesome, dog. Like, awesome. Like, their pups really don't put them to the lap and on the next level. But at the same time, too, it's like, I did have issues initially with her.
Okay, so that's my point. So peep this out. All right. So number one, as breeders, and like if you're breeding, you're buying from another breeder. A female at 6 months sometimes is a red flag because nobody hardly sells a female at 6 months unless they offer stupid money. Yeah. The reason is 6 months is too close to being bred.
Yeah.
So as a experienced breeder, he's seen that dog have an attitude. Mm-hmm. He's seen some faults in that in that dog. Because you bought a dog and it wasn't too long, you called him back like, yo, what the fuck going on? Yeah. So that was one sign there. Yeah. That dog just happened to get over your house and start cutting up. Yeah. So to me, listen to the story, that breeder had knowledge of that dog. Okay. Even though he liked the Scoop, he was like, okay, I see this goddamn dog got them cutting up. Let me see if I can push this dog on him. Yeah. Because at 6 months old, you selling a female, that's kind of unheard of, but
it's a red flag.
It's a red flag, big red flag, buying a female at 6 months old because they ready to breed it at 4 more months after that, about 10 months old. So when you got the dog, it was showing signs right then and there. That was 1. 2, showing more signs. Then 3, she reached full potential. She had an adult stage. Mine got them. So she didn't come off your yard. Yeah. She come off his goddamn yard. Yeah. Nothing in your yard is really affiliated with her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. I think the breeder seen something because you got the dog. You called them back. You experienced. You can handle dogs. You called them back, so you saw what you seen. Yeah. So it's 2 things you could have did. Either you could have picked on that dog, or you could have did something else with the dog because you have to recognize like, okay, this is an aggressive breed. Yeah. I just got this dog. She doing this, but you gave her a chance.
But yeah, I gave her a chance, but at the end of the day, like what you saying, it makes sense. But everything she's produced,
we can't go back and produce because.
But I got to because she's produced good dogs.
It don't matter. She killed your best dog.
but I wouldn't. Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. She killed her, but that's bigger than me and you. That's between them dogs.
No,
because this is. Anytime, okay, you can take any breed, Rottweiler, Doberman, Pinscher. If you got a male and 2 females, he's breeding off of them, and you just kind of not there, eventually one of them gonna attack each other.
That's not what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is, when you got that dog at 6 months, it was only a couple weeks till you called the dude back and said, yo, what the fuck going on?
But that was because how he was raised, though.
How he was raised?
How she was raised. Because the reason I called him back because she was acting skittish, but only to me. Like, I was really observing. Like, okay, I see if she was just anybody. Yeah. But it was to me. So I was looking at him as another black male, as a big dude, and I know how sometimes we can be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody's not patient with dogs. Mm-hmm. So what I was seeing, and I could tell, like, he was type of motherfucker. Because there's one thing too, like, she's vocal, and her puppies are vocal. So she's the type of dog like where in my mind, she might have been barking at night. And some people like, how do you stop a dog at barking? Yeah. You either gonna deal with it or you gonna put belt the ass.
Or a shock collar.
You know what I mean? Or something like that. That's what it seemed like to me. He wasn't patient with her. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But like right now, Molly, like I say, she killed my best female, but at the same time too, Molly's a stand-up girl. Like, she's a good dog
and a good producer.
and a good producer, but she just had the person who had her before. You know, and I think y'all would believe a person can fuck up a good dog.
Yeah, that's what
you know
I'm
what I
saying.
mean. So, like I said, he only had her 6 months. So imagine what he would have been at her in a year. You know what I mean? And I don't know fully every dog how he treats every dog on the yard, but like I said, I see if she was like with everybody, and I could be like, oh, she fucked up, but I base it off of she was only doing that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And I know this how. Dealing with people or even dogs. It's like something about being a 6'3" black dude. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. You know, flies kind of get them out the way. You know what I mean? They're like, oh shit, look at this nigga coming through. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, we have effect on all things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People and animals, you know what I mean? So I see my effect on her, so I couldn't base it just on her because it was like, okay, he's a black male too, he's bigger. And then I realized like how some of us are. We're not gonna be patient with dogs, you know what I mean? Especially if you got a female who barking. So I immediately, but at the same time too, I'm looking at her, she was healthy, she was big, she wasn't skinny, she wasn't malnutrition. So it's like, okay, he was taking care of her, but he must not have been treating her the way. Like I say, me and my son put that work in, and by 3 months, she was straight. And to this day, like, you know, I got the best recall, sit, stay. Hell, Molly can come in the house, she ain't gonna use it. She a trained, but at the same time too, she's a aggressive breeder dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like I say, and then it's a crazy thing too, because she's not the only female. I got her daughter on the yard, and I got 2 of her granddaughters. Yeah. And all them girls respect her. Like, they don't play around with Molly. Like, even they might hustle between themselves, like, you know how dogs play? Like, no other female, even her pup, they do not fuck with Molly like that. So that lets me know, like, okay, they respect her. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But they would kind of play with Layla like that. You know what I mean? So Layla did not have that same respect as Molly on the yard. She wasn't in the same bloodline.
That make a big difference.
That makes a big difference, man.
That make a real big. People don't think that, man. It's crazy. People don't think that, but it's a big difference.
Because even her son, like Scoop, like, and you know, I watch everything. Cause you know, I got 2 of her sons on the yard. When she goes in heat, like her and Scoop are a real life couple. She gonna flag, hell, she gonna hide. Like if I turn my back, it's like she calls Scoop behind like a corner, like, come get this. You know what I mean? Yeah. But she will not let her boys mount her for nothing.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like Punisher, and this is a crazy thing, her youngest boy, Punisher, don't even try her. But Lucky will try her. Damn. But she will get on Lucky's ass. You know what I mean? So it's this watching how every dog, they different. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm pretty sure y'all got experiences like that. Like everything is just different with them, man. But it's just like that's why I want to get to that point too. Like where in my breeding now, like really learning these characteristics of these dogs, why they act like they act. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. Like just that experience just showed me something right there. Because it could have been avoided. You know what I mean? Because I already know, like I say, Layla not having that same respect as everybody on the yard, I should have been keeping her, you know what I mean, protecting her more, you know what I mean? Like I say, that day when I went to the house, I could have brought her in with me because she was there. She was actually an inside dog. She didn't stay outside with the rest of them, man. So it's just like...
Oh, now, you know what? And what's crazy, dogs recognize that shit too.
That's jealousy too.
Oh, you a house nigga.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
we out in the trap. You sitting in the goddamn house.
Yeah. See, that's what they
do.
Yeah, because when I take Jack out, Jack always, you know, he always go with me everywhere we go. Yeah. But when I take him outside with the other dogs, they kind of don't fuck with him. Yeah. They move around him like they want to attack him, but I'm out there. Yeah. You know, they walk around, they give him that look. Man, it's amazing. When you have a whole bunch of dogs, 5, 8 dogs, you can see that shit, man. Because you're dealing with it every day. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you got to think about this too. You know, the suck thing part about it, you know, you lost your favorite dog. But it's going to help you now because now you're going in a totally different direction. Yeah. Now you're going in, okay, I need to watch this. Okay, I need to watch the characteristics. I need to make sure that what dog got good temperaments, high temperament, what dogs I need to keep in the cage with the highest temperament. So that law's gonna really help you, benefit your program in the wild, because now you're not focusing on breeding, you focus on the individual dogs and building the program.
Right.
So
And then it got me understanding too, like about loss too, like, because like you say, with me thinking about now changing, making some changes and who I should and shouldn't keep, with me losing her is just like, you know what, okay, really lock in and focus and understand that if some of these dogs are not going to be of no use, like how you said, they might be better to be pet homed, going to somebody else that can put that care in with them, and they ain't gonna have that troubles of another dog, looking at them like,
somebody
as an adversary or somewhere, you know what I mean?
Right.
That in between, because there's a lot of people that just want one dog. They don't want to breed. They just want one dog that's gonna love them, and sometimes you can have that dog for them. You know what I mean?
Right.
It can benefit them better than it can benefit you.
Exactly, man. As a breeder, them are the things you have to know, and it's tough decisions. But is when you're making the decision of pet home and giving that dog the best life, it deserves you just doing your due diligence to make sure it's going to a proper home, maybe with no other dogs and stuff like that. You're doing your part, And that's what you have to, you really have to, when you have a lot of dogs, and I hate to say it, you got to rotate them out.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like to hear that, man.
Yeah.
And I understand because, at the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah.
And, you have to respect that. And, if the dog, you kind of done with, using a dog, you find put the dog in the best situation it need to be in.
Yeah.
And that'll help cut down some of that, because it really, as the dog start getting older, personality changing and changing and changing too.
Yeah, so damn much, man. Yeah. And that's the thing too, man, as they get older too, because you figure them two girls too, they was right at 4 years old. So like I say, they done lived a long time together, they've been through stuff, but they're getting older, they're changing. And then it's just so much. Like I say, man, I'm looking at it as a learning experience, man.
That's it.
It's
a learning experience, you know what I mean? Because this is the crazy thing is like, when I put that video, I was kind of reluctant at first, because I was just like, damn, man, if I drop this video, how is this going to affect? But something I just realized, and a lot of people don't talk about it, a lot of people done lost dogs like that. But it's not put into the forefront, you know what I mean? But man, so many people that came in my comments or sent me text messages, or even that I done did my study on, like, boy, if you got aggressive breed dogs and you're breeding them and you got a number of them, eventually they're dogs. They're gonna break out, man. I done read so many stories of people, they said they done came home and two of their dogs in the backyard bloody, and one's dead or both of them about halfway dead because they've been fighting all day, and you're just like, this happens more than we really think, but it's not spoken about.
It's crazy because, like I say, you went in the house, right? Them dogs been playing together for 4 years. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, just one decide to kill another.
Yeah.
Right.
And at the same time too, and this is the trade time too. At the same time, like, it was the part where she just got a lucky bite. Because this is the crazy thing is, if she would have bit Layla anywhere else on the mouth, or I wouldn't even have that situation. I would just another day stitching them up, letting them heal for about a week or two, and it had been straight. But it was just one of the things, like, she just got that lucky bite right there, at that jugular point. You know what I mean? Just like, that ain't always gonna happen, but when it does, it just ain't nothing you can do about it.
And like I told you, man, and I told you, man, the shit sucks. It sucks, man, when you lose a dog. But man, in your case, that loss, man, it's gonna better you, because you're dealing with aggressive dogs. Yeah. Because you ain't gonna never turn your back no more. See, that's what I'm saying. See, because if that wouldn't happen, eventually it could have happened later on, because you got too comfortable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got too comfortable.
Too damn comfortable.
And we all get comfortable.
Yeah.
And it takes that kind of loss to get us back on track and be like, you know what? I slipped. I got too happy. I'm loving these dogs too much. I need to get back on being straight on these dogs, discipline. Okay, if you acting a fool, you staying in that cage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I started too now, because I started realizing too, it's like from the street level. You know, you probably done grew up with somebody, you done seen it before, like, you know, you might have someone you fuck with, but they always like, you know what I mean? Like every time you come around, they throwing little punches, like, but you know in your mind, like from the street, like, oh, this motherfucker sizing me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm starting to see it even with the dog world too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I catch it now, like, you know, two of my boys, like one of them might bump. I get on his ass, like, motherfucker, get that motherfucker more room. You know what I mean? Because I know it, like, you playing him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm starting to see, like, it's the same thing with these dogs. Like, they'll do little things, like, to try to get the other one to do something. But us as owners, that we don't see it, like, you know, it just looks like play, but it's like,
it's not.
Oh, nah, the other dog gonna turn around.
It's
and,
not,
you know what I mean? Because it's like you say, like, even us, if we walking, like, you know what I mean? Like, give me 3 feet. You should, you know, it'd be like my dog, like, they right here neck to neck. Man, I'll break that shit up so quick now because I'm realizing, like, oh, yeah, you stop playing them so close. You know what I mean? That's what it is with these damn dogs, man.
Stop when they like this, like they your homeboy.
Yeah, scream shit, man. Break that shit up. Yeah, listen. I threw my foot, man. Break it up, man. Yeah. But with these dogs, man, because I realize, you know, another thing too, I would tell people, you know, we done, what's the word for? We done, you know, making them where we can take care of them. What's the word for that? Man, what's the word for it? Now it's missing me right now. But anyways, we got to the point where we take care of them. They're not wild animals no more, but we don't realize they still got them same wild animal instincts, man.
They still dogs.
Like, yeah, they still domesticate. Yeah, we domesticate them, but in our mind, like for a lot of people, like they're humans now, like, but they're not. But even up to the human aspect, I still tell people like, bitch, we kill each other every day. You know what I mean? So it be sometimes I just gotta sit back and I be like, okay, my dogs killed each other, but hell, you got 2 cousins, you know, across town, 2 brothers that shot each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, why we expect these animals to be on a higher level than us? And we damn near the animals.
Because we think, because we feed them every day.
Yeah.
They should be on that level.
That's like,
it's not.
And we feed our kids every day. You got kids killing their kids. Man, they just be throwing me sometimes.
I take my dog to Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
First thing somebody asks, do it bite? Hey, yeah, all dogs bite, but can I pet him? Yeah, you can pet it, but he might bite, you know?
You never know. You can't control it, man.
You know what I'm saying? I tell him off top. Yeah, he bite. Any dog bite.
Hey, I'm gonna start telling people, because I hate going out, because the other day, me and my daughter went down to, what's that park in Greenville?
Lakeside.
Not Lakeside Park, the new one, no, not the guy on Unity Park. Is it Unity?
Yeah.
Is it Unity Park? Yeah, with the Unity sign. We went to Unity Park, right? And you know, we went down there, man. You know the folks. They coming out the woodwork like we can't even walk good. They let me pet your dog, and everything, man. But it's just like, boy, they approach so crazy, like. And then I had this one, like I'm walking. I got my boy and my daughter got 2 of the puppies. This one dog, because I didn't realize that Unity Park is like. I thought it was like a dog show that day. We went on a Saturday, man. There was so many damn dogs out there, people with them dogs. You know what I mean? I was like, what the hell going on?
Everything, yeah.
But this one dude, he walking up, we going in different directions. Like as soon as he walking, he start walking towards me with his dog. And see, I know my boy Scoop, like he doesn't bark or growl. He just wait till you or your dog get within distance and he gonna snap. So I'm pulling him. And my daughter in front, so he like almost like brought his dog over to like some introduction type shit, you know, and the dog's kind of sniffing my puppies, and then he kind of walked close to me, and I'm like pulling back. At the same time, I'm not saying nothing because I want to tell him like, hey man, back your motherfucking dog up. But I'm thinking in my mind like, is this dude like really trying to do some introduction type shit?
Yeah.
And he see me holding this scoop, is like he moving. You can see his muscle flexing, but he ain't barking or growling or nothing. He just
wait until he get close.
I didn't understand. Boy, listen, you gotta be careful with some of these people out here, man, because they just think this like,
Like shit won't happen.
Yeah, that one saying, "Can I pet that dog?" No, you signed this waiver, and the crazy thing in my mind, I was thinking, I was just like, because you that type of person, man. Like if a dog approached my dog, I'm dropping the leash. I ain't letting your dog in. You know what I mean? Like you might have seen a fight in the day. You holding your homeboy back. Your homeboy that got stole on you trying to stop him. Listen, I'm dropping leash.
You don't let her go to work.
I'm dropping leash. Your dog rode my dog in. I'm dropping leash. Your dog ain't about to get the best of my dog, so I'm holding my shit back. You ain't doing nothing, but man, crazy out here with some people, man.
It's like this though, when you're a breeder, and it's about being responsible. Because if I'm walking my dog and somebody walking towards me with their dog, man, right now I'll be like, what, the spirits I'm out, I'll be like, hey man, you and your dog get away from my dog. I don't know what kind of disease your dog got, what kind of, because dogs, they have a kennel cough where it spreads, and I've been through this.
Bring that home, hit every dog with it, yeah.
I've been through that, dog. I've been through that. So, man, that's another thing, because you don't know what this person dog got, what it's going to, just because he with an owner and walking don't mean, he fully vaccinated and clean.
Yeah.
Because that one dog, and it happened to say it in a way, but that one dog, by you being close to your dog, can come home, you go home, and this goddamn dog, that's sitting your dog, wipe the whole fucking yard out. Yeah. Kill every dog in your yard.
I'll be careful about that.
Man.
Like I said, especially in them dog parks, man, you might step on something. It might even be the dog. You just step on something with your shoe, brought it home and walked all across the yard.
But on a serious note, the dog park and and with it, like a Unity Park, whatever, them good places for dog, but in a way it's not. Because all them dogs, man, people don't take care of their dogs.
No.
They don't get their shots or nothing, man. So you kind of taking a chance doing it in that downtown, it's whatever, but walking around the grass area and all that, where they be pissing and shit. Because you got to think about it, at that park, nothing but them dogs just pissing and shit out there.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to hope and pray that them dogs maybe have their shots or whatever. Because now you got parvo out there, all type of shit.
Especially if you got some dog, like I try to be visual. So if I see a pile of shit, I'm not walking, because you got some dog, they gonna sniff that shit. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is with the dog. Let it be some shit. Yes. Ain't his shit, but he's sniffing it. Man, I pull my dog away from that, but small stuff like that. But matter of fact, I'm supposed to be going. I'm gonna go back. Matter of fact, but see, that's why I like bringing my dogs out, because you get to meet people, especially just helping your brand and everything. But matter of fact, this Saturday at Unity Park, this girl done put a thing on Facebook where they gonna have a big get together. And I don't know what it is. I think she's just a single person, but she's trying to call all Greenville, come to Unity Park 3:00 on Saturday for what it seemed like. What she's trying to do is, y'all ever seen where a mob of people meet somewhere and they just have music, they start dancing? Because she got that song Lean With It, Rock With It. Mm-hmm. And basically she just doing a call to action, come down, we're gonna have the music, and she just want everybody dancing in front of the Unity Park sign. So I'm going down there Saturday at 3 with my dogs. I'm bringing about 3 of them. Oh, if it ain't raining, I'm going down there, listen. Cause
you gonna dance?
Nah. I'm gonna introduce my dogs to some people.
I want to see you doing that right now. Lay in there. I'm a screenshot it on Facebook.
We're trying to do anything to sell a dog. Listen, I got the leash. For the dog looking crazy. Listen, nah. But like I say, we need to get out more, man. Like I say, especially hit up downtown Greenville again, man. Cause like I say, I'm trying to get to the part too, because a lot of my dogs get sold out of state, but I'm not really as big as South Carolina is. I need to kind of lock down where I stay, and will help me business wise. You know what I mean? Even locally, you know what I mean? Because everywhere I go, people love the dog, but they don't know nothing about me. You know what I mean? So it's just hey, if I want to keep a lot of these dogs local, I need to start getting out. So space whenever I see events like that or downtown where I can get out, and I need to get some more business cards, I'm gonna start getting out more. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like I say, I rather a lot more of my dogs stay local, so that'd be me more of a chance to see how they develop. You know, and like you say, be able to start doing more co-owns and keeping dogs. Cause I ain't gonna lie, there's a couple of dogs that done went out of state that I wish they was closer, but it just ain't me feasible to even do nothing with them no more. So,
Right.
yeah, man. So much going on, man. Anything else going on before we get up out of here? I know it's been a little minute, man.
Nah, that's it, man. That's it. That's all I got.
What about you, man?
That's all I got. I'm just ready to get that out of here.
What's up, man? Well, hey, y'all, we want to apologize, man. Y'all know JoJo from South Carolina Exotics. He ain't here with us today, man. He had some things he had to do, but he'll definitely be back, man. We're going to hear more about that boy, Johnny Bones. See how that boy doing, man. So we're going to definitely keep y'all up to date. Appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all know we don't start with it, always going to finish with it. Make sure y'all hitting that like, subscribe, hitting that notification bell so y'all don't miss nothing we going on. Because y'all, hey, I don't know about y'all. I be on YouTube. I don't think there ain't no podcasters realer than us. And what I mean on that real is just like,
It's not.
I look at it's not scripted. We ain't trying to teach you nothing as far as like out of a book, like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do with your dog. We just giving y'all real life experiences, you know what I mean? Not what we done heard. Cause you know, Said ain't gonna tell you nothing about what he done heard. If it ain't what he done dealt with. Hey, listen, ain't no word of mouth coming from our man.
Right.
So we're gonna give y'all the real, man, over here. So we appreciate y'all coming through. With that being said, we out.
Peace.
Peace.